Stephanie, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you want to try to figure out if you can mute your background?
Yeah. I might have to go into a different room. Hold on.
Okay. So first, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what Beachbody is. It's pretty much a company that was originally made, and they just sold workout programs. That was it, nothing else. And then they realized that people were having better results when they were working with people. So they decided that they were going to throw in the whole coaching aspect. So with that, they just had people working with other people, sort of like Weight Watchers, and then they realized it would be even better if it was kind of like a team building sort of experience. So that's where the whole coaching aspect came into Beachbody. And then, so they have like tons of fitness programs, P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix. There's a new one, Size, that's dance, PIO, Hip Hop Abs, tons of them. And then they came out with Shakeology. And I personally feel like Shakeology is like the best thing ever. I drank it the whole time I was pregnant for my prenatal vitamin. It has tons of vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, probiotics, antioxidants. There's tons of superfoods in it. It's non-GMO. It's made of all whole foods, all natural foods. So you really can't get another product like it. So for a coaching aspect of it, they also supply you now with Lisa, can you hear me? Okay, I just muted everybody because somebody was sounding really fuzzy. So now since coaching is huge with Beachbody, they offer tons of tools, and aside from what they give you in your online office, you of course would get a ton of information from your coach, from me if I'm your coach, and then we have an upline. Our big sister team is number 7 in the whole business. So we have an amazing upline coach who has tons of information that she shares with us, and that helps tremendously. So basically what the whole point in Beachbody is now is helping other people be their best self. And while we're helping other people, we're of course helping our own self through personal development, our fitness. So it's really a great thing. So to me, this company is the complete package because you get the fitness programs, you get nutrition plans, the Shakeology, and you have the support to back it up. A lot of times companies will just sell programs and that's it, or they'll just sell a shake and that's it. with this, you get everything. You get the home workouts, which give you the results that you want as far as like getting in shape and weight loss. And then you have the nutrition plans that go along with it. So each one has their own nutrition plan, but now they're starting to incorporate the 21-day fix color-coded containers into it. So what those are is basically, I call it like the dummy's way to eating healthy, because all it is a color-coded container, and you get a list of what foods can go in it, and as long as the food in that list can fit into the container, then you can eat it, and that's one portion of that food group. So then you get the shakes, and you can either supplement it for a meal or you can have it as a snack. I usually have it for breakfast or have it as a snack. It helps a lot. A lot of people have problems staying in shape because of their junk food cravings, and it's not a cure-all for everybody, but I know for me, when I don't have it, I eat so much worse throughout the day because you're not getting the, full amount of vitamins. If you're just eating junk food, then you're not getting what your body needs, so you just constantly crave things. So then you have the support. So that's where we come in. You coach one-on-one with your challengers. You check in with them. Challenge groups are really the bread and butter of what we do. They help other people as far as staying motivated and being held accountable. But honestly, as a coach, doing challenge groups is my best accountability. Like, I could have done a challenge group before I was a coach, and I wouldn't have really had anything motivating me as much as being a coach, because now I have people looking up to me and people that are waiting for me to post my workout to motivate them. So waking up in the morning and knowing that, it kind of helps to push you out of bed when it's like 5 o'clock and you don't want to work out. So I'm going to tell a little bit about my story. So before I was a coach, I was a super big partier. I went to college right out of high school, but I stopped going after 2 years. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I worked on a farm for 12 years, and I absolutely loved it. And I've always been the kind of person who craves creativeness. I get bored really easily. So when I wasn't going to school, I was going out all the time. I farmed and drank beer. It was pretty much what I did. And then I ended up gaining quite a bit of weight, and then I lost a ton of weight because I was very stressed out and depressed and miserable. So my weight always fluctuated really based on my emotional status. I grew up with a lot of addiction in the household, and I then suffer from attachment issues while growing up, and a lot of my problems I just kind of pushed aside and drank and had fun. And then when I would go out and drink, I would become angry because I never dealt with all the issues that I had. And then my relationship started suffering from it, and then I went through issues as far as addiction go with my relationship, and so I really became more depressed, and I was very suicidal. I was very depressed. I've never been at such a low point in my life, and I completely lost sight of who I was and what I needed to do for myself to be happy. I really needed a change. I needed to do something for myself. So I applied for dental hygiene school, and it was the worst 2 years of my life. I powered through it because I knew that farming is really what I love doing, and now coaching, but before that I loved farming. But I knew that if I wanted to have a family someday, there was no way that I would be able to support myself just being a farmer. So I would farm 40 to 50 hours a week, and then I would still go and bartend 3 nights a week so I could make extra money so that I could do the things that I wanted to. But of course, working 70, 80 hours a week also isn't an option when you have a family. So I needed a change. Went to dental hygiene school, hated school, but I do like doing it now. But kind of a dead-end career. I mean, I'm not a super hardcore dental hygienist, and so it's not something, like, I'm never going to go to school to be a dentist, so therefore, like, besides continuing education, it's like I lose that creative drive, so I get bored with it easily. So I then had the opportunity to become a coach, but I was very skeptical about the whole thing. I thought it was kind of scamish. I had numerous people ask me if I wanted to coach. I really had no idea what it was about because nobody actually told me about it. They basically just said, you know, like, do you want to buy a workout and drink shakes? And I was like, I don't need to drink shakes. I already eat healthy, and I don't need to work out because I already work out. But really, my eating healthy wasn't eating healthy, and my working out was like consistent for a month, and then I would do like a Tough Mudder or something and completely just like crap the bed, like wouldn't work out for 3 months and I'd get back out of shape. So I was constantly getting in shape, getting back out of shape, and it just kind of got old, like getting back in it, getting out of it. And then I felt like I was too busy because I was already working and didn't really need anything else. So then my coach now asked me to come over and do the 21-day fix with her. So I went over and I worked out with her in the living room, and then I had a shake, and I loved the workout. I loved the whole idea of working out at home, especially in the winter in New England. It's freezing and there's no way I'm dragging my butt out of bed to go to the gym before I have to go to work. So I got the 21-day fix and I got the Shakeology, which is the challenge pack, and I joined my first challenge group, and I had really good results. And aside from that, I just loved the whole aspect of the challenge groups. I loved posting in them. I loved motivating other people and sharing recipes, and that was really what it was all about. So when I first signed up as a coach, I truly didn't understand about the business aspect. I didn't know everything that I had held. I signed up, and my coach, like, I just knew that I wanted to motivate people. That was what it was. And so she tried to explain the whole financial aspect to me. I really didn't get it. I felt really overwhelmed, and she just told me to take it, you know, as I could handle it. And I don't know, I felt like there was no way I could do, like, people make crazy money doing this. They build empires doing this, and I was like, I'm just little Nicole in Vermont, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So when I started out, I focused on the main things that you want to focus on as a coach, and that is bettering yourself. So I was reading a lot of personal development. I focused on the challenge groups, and I learned how to use my online office. And then I put myself through a 7-day coach training, which is also in your online office. So even if you were to start this all on your own, if you were really self-reliant, then you could find your way. But it's obviously a lot easier and more fun when you do it with a team. So coaching has given me this whole list. Like, I'm a lot healthier. I'm consistent with being healthier. I had never really sat down and thought about my goals and like what I really wanted out of life until I was given this opportunity. And it's kind of awesome being in charge of your potential. Like, it's not a job where you get to one point and then that's it. You can do more every single day, and your potential is whatever you want it to be. I'm super passionate about it. I've never really, besides, you know, farming, like, I've never really been super passionate about something. Like, I look forward, like, the reason I honestly think that I stopped going out and like partying was because I was doing this, and like, I would rather stay home and sit on the couch and watch Lifetime movies and put together like a challenge group than go out. So obviously, like, fitness is an amazing, like, antidepressant. Like, I'm super, like, do anything I can not to have to take medication. And so working out for me is like the biggest stress reliever ever. And I honestly, like, don't know Like when I don't work out for a day or two, like I notice my anxiety is so much worse and I get stressed out and bitchy so much easier than when I do work out. It's also awesome because it's like so often you work at a job and you work your ass off and you don't feel noticed. You feel like you work, and it's like for what? Because you could mess up once and get yelled at like you like missed work for 3 weeks. So for this company, like you're constantly recognized for your hard work. You are recognized in the big team. Brittany always is doing posts recognizing people for accomplishments. I always recognize my coaches for accomplishments. And then the company does. Like they do, if you get Success Club, you earn points. Like I'm going on a pretty much free cruise this spring. It's the Success Club trip, and the only thing I have to pay is my airfare, and I chose to get a room with a balcony because they're a little bit bigger because I'm going to have a baby with me, and so that's like, I think an extra $50 4 times this year, so it's awesome. And then they do retreat trips if you hit goals. You can get a free trip to Vegas. There's Coach Summit, and that's in Nashville. If you do good your first 3 months, you get a free ticket to that. So you're constantly working towards fun things. Like there's never a cap. There's never nothing fun. And the friendships that I've built through this are absolutely amazing. You meet the most positive, uplifting people, like whenever I'm having a bad day. And like this is a small town that I live in, and so it's kind of hard relying on friends in small towns when you have a real problem with like not going and telling other people. And so it's nice having a community outside of home that you can really rely on and relate to, and so many people have the same story that I do, and it's just nice to have people that understand. And of course, like my big goal is to eventually, like I'll never not do hygiene, but I really only want to have to do it 1 to 2 times a week so I can be home with my family more. And like your income can increase. Like with this, I tell people all the time, like you can go to school for 2 years and spend money, but with this, like you start out and you're making money. And in that next, even if you're only making, an extra $100 to $500 a month in like even your first year, you're going to double that in 2 years or then even 4 years, and you're going to be making a lot more money than you would in a job that you just got out of school. So it's hard to feel like you're not doing great because so many people want to see instant results. It's almost just like working out. Like you want to wake up one day and have like the best body ever, but it just doesn't work like that. And coaching doesn't work like that either, but with consistency, you can build something really amazing. So if you were to join our team, what you can expect when you sign up is your coach will work with you one-on-one, help you, go through the motions of getting set up. You'll have all the tools that you need in your online office or in our coach group. You'll do a get started right call, which is you will get an email with something that you fill out, and there's a bunch of questions on it, and then we'll review it and just give you a call and go over it with you. That way we know your goals and where you're at and what kind of coach you want to be. That way we can help you best. Because if you don't want to build a big business, but you want to do it more for fun, then that's important for us to know so that we can give you the tools that you need. We do trainings. I have a training for new coaches, and then there's a second training off of that. And then I have rank advancement trainings. So whatever your goals are, like we can help you get there. For challenge groups, your first month as a coach, if you have a challenger, then you will apprentice coach. And so that's basically, we have a template outline for challenge groups, and you'll be assigned however many days your coach wants to give you to post in that group, which is pretty awesome. You have personal growth because the personal development is a huge thing as far as coaching goes. So personal growth is really important. It's important for everybody, and unless you're actively doing it, then you don't even really realize the impact that it has on you. You of course will, have better physical shape, and you'll be healthy through doing this. And like I said before, you have a strong community for support. So what we do as coaches, it's like, I don't know, this is such a hard question for me to answer. So what you don't need to be is, like, you don't need to be a nutritionist or a personal trainer. You don't have to have, tons of background and working out. Like, you could never have worked out a day in your life and you can be an amazing coach. And the reason being is that what you need to be is somebody who is supportive, somebody who's willing to be open and share your story. Because if we all had the same story and we were all perfect and we all were already in shape and whatever, then we would only reach such a narrow audience. And really what we want to do is help as many people as possible. So if for a coach you had to already be in shape, you had to already have, just eat like a rabbit all the time, then we're only going to help people that can relate to that. Because I know that I would never have wanted to start out with a coach that, only ate salad all the time and worked out like 5 times a day and expected that of the people that she coached. So being open is huge. And how you do what you need to do is mostly by sharing. So, in order to be a great coach, like, you have to be willing to share. Because if people are seeing what you're doing, they're seeing that you're working out and, using 21-day fix and getting results, or drinking Shakeology and getting results, then they'll want to join along with you too. And then when you feel more comfortable to share more of your story, like I just shared with you guys, people really can connect with that. And like, I've been really surprised at how many people I have connected with once I started to kind of open up. It'll really surprise you. So that's what it's about. It's about helping each other, reach goals and, make your dreams come true. So what I do as a coach, like a day in my life, I have something that's called a power hour. So I'll go through and invite a few people, chat with them, add some new people, and just really try to connect and build relationships with people that I feel like I have something in common with. Because the great thing is that you can choose who you work with. So you want to work with people that you have something in common with and that you can relate to, because that makes it a lot more fun. And so time management is a huge thing, and it's something that you learn to build on. It can seem overwhelming at times, but you will learn about it and you will be able to manage it. So your options for signing up, you can either be a hobby coach, a discount coach, or a business builder. You can start out as one and change your mind. You can do whatever you want. So you get 25% off discount as a coach on everything. So some people sign up just for that. Hobby coach is somebody that really just wants to do it to help a few people here and there, and you just really enjoy everything. And then, like, the perks, like I said, if you get Success Club, you get prizes every single month, the 25% discount. So there are options for signing up, but I will let you discuss that with the person who invited you here. I think I'm running out of time, but I'll leave the last few minutes for questions if anybody has them.